Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really zeroing in on a single, very specific piece of hardware.
Very specific. This isn't for your average home setup.
Not at all. We're looking at the WolfPack 4K30 HDBaseT Input Card.
Right, and it's built to plug into HDTV Supply's big modular matrix switchers, the 9x9, 18x18, even the massive 36x36 systems.
So our mission today is to figure out how this one card solves some of the biggest challenges in AV distribution.
Exactly. Things like distance, latency, and, system control.
Okay, let's start with the big one, the classic AV killer, distance.
Mhm.
We're talking HDBaseT, so we expect it to go far. This card is promising 4K at 30 hertz up to 175 feet.
And if you're running 1080p, it pushes that all the way out to 330 feet. That's over a standard CT6 or a CT7 cable.
That's a good distance, but the spec that really jumped out at me was the latency.
Oh, this is the really surprising part. They are advertising a technical delay of less than 7 microseconds
7 microseconds.
over the full 330 feet. It's virtually zero.
So for any real-world application, that's instantaneous.
Absolutely. You think about a huge auditorium or a massive factory floor where the screen is hundreds of feet away from the speaker.
The lips have to sync with the audio.
You have to be perfectly synchronized. And a delay that's small guarantees it.
So performance-wise, it's clearly solid. But what about the hardware itself, the physical features and serviceability?
Well, it's a one-port HD base input, so you get your standard RJ45 jack.
Okay.
But the really clever bit is the physical HDMI port that's also on the card. It's got a dual function.
Right, I saw that. It's for the EDI'd handshake, first and foremost.
Yes, telling the source what the display can handle, but it also doubles as a loop out.
Which is just a huge practical benefit. You can plug a small monitor in right there at the rack to troubleshoot a signal.
Without disrupting any of the main outputs, it saves so much time on site.
And that ties into the whole modular design.
It's a massive resilience feature. If you lose a signal, you know the problem is isolated to that one card.
You just swap the card. You don't have to replace the entire expensive matrix.
Exactly. And they mentioned a 24-hour aging test, which is, non-negotiable for pro-grade gear. It means they've stress-tested it so you're not getting faulty hardware on a job.
And it seems pretty robust on signal support, too. 3D, deep color, 7.1 audio.
Yes, and there's another practical feature, the remote control.
Ah, for adjusting aspect ratio.
Right. You can fit the incoming signal to a non-standard 16:9 monitor, which helps avoid those weird stretched images or black bars.
Okay, so it's serviceable, it's reliable, but the biggest headache for installers is often control. How does it integrate into a larger system?
It has the standard stuff, front panel buttons, a web UI.
Right.
But for professional integrators, it plays nicely with the big control systems.
So your Control4, Crestron, that kind of thing.
The usual suspects, Control4, Crestron, RTI, Elan. But what's really crucial for the high-level folks is that they provide the RS-232 script.
So you can write your own drivers if you need to.
And they make it incredibly clear. They give you the exact command structure. For example, to switch input 8 to, say, outputs 1, 8, and 16, the command is just 8x1 and 8 and 16.
That's clean, no ambiguity, it just works.
And to tie all this back to reliability, they have the 2-year WolfPack Care warranty.
That's the advanced replacement one, right?
It is. If a card fails, they ship you a replacement unit, usually within 24 hours, before you even have to return the defective one.
That's a game changer. That's not just saving the cost of the hardware. That's saving an entire truck roll, the labor, the client's downtime.
It saves a fortune in real-world costs.
So it really seems like the whole design philosophy is about maximizing performance way out at the end of the cable,
while minimizing every possible point of failure and delay back at the rack.
It's a pretty complete package. High performance, modular design, and rapid service.
Precisely. Which brings up a final thought for you to consider. Given this heavy emphasis on quick modular card replacement for system reliability, how important is it to be able to maintain and repair specialized hardware yourself, piece by piece, instead of relying on the manufacturer for a full system repair? Something to think about for those huge AV installations like in sports bars, factories, or casinos.